there it is. All right. Yeah, welcome back to One at a Time. One at a Time. Here we are. This is a podcast where we take a piece of art.
I hate myself.
We take a piece of art and we dissect it, we vivisect it, we put it on display like it's a butterfly, and we are butterfly catchers. I guess that's what they do.
Lepidopterists.
Very nice. Well done.
What he said, that
Wow.
really fancy word he just said.
Yeah, so over to my right over here is Mr. Matthew Tanzash.
Head lepidopterist.
Head lepidopterist. And then to my left is Ryan Addy.
Marhaba, ahla wa sahla fikum.
That's... Yes.
You will never know what that means.
And I'm Dan Ricker, and this is One at a Time. And so what we do is that, we're trying this out, and we're just... we take a piece of art and we just kind of go into it. You know what I mean? It could be a film, could be like a piece of visual art, could be whatever. So Ryan's picked out a song for us. Do you want to introduce the song?
The song is called Down in Mexico. Dan, have you heard of this song?
I have, actually.
Have you heard of Mexico?
I've heard of Mexico.
Have you heard about the direction down?
Yes.
And so what about you,
to
Matt?
all those things.
Mexico?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You heard about it.
I've seen pictures.
I've actually
Right.
been to Mexico. Yeah, it's
Oh,
nice.
wow.
Yeah,
You're very
I'm
educated.
worldly and
Cultured.
traveled. Yeah.
Man from Jersey goes down to Mexico. This song is... I love music, obviously, but this song...
I hate music.
Shut up.
You hate your music.
That's fair.
That is fair.
I'm a tortured artist. Anyway, sorry, that was mean. I'm sorry.
It can be mean. It's okay. It's a podcast.
So this song is
You're ugly.
okay.
Sorry.
I think you're hot, Ryan.
Guys, the song.
Give me that. Give me that.
But funny enough, the song is about a cool cat, probably hot, good looking,
Down in
fucking
Mexico.
sly cat down in Mexico in a honky tonk.
Red bandana.
So I was gonna pick something fucking like.
I'm wearing a red bandana right now.
Yeah, I know. You did it on purpose.
And I play a honky tonk piano.
You play like a $5,000 piano. Shut the fuck up.
I'm getting a little
wait,
feedback.
I'm
in
getting
the
feedback.
headset.
You getting feedback?
Yeah.
Like
Like crackle.
All right, hold on. Tech break.
Down in Mexico. Hold on. Can we keep this in? It cuts like a... We need to keep this in. We need to keep this in. I'm trying to keep going. Just shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
All right.
Out of Mexico, where the blazes
Yes,
go.
we're gonna figure out the sound. I'll slap a noise gate on it or something.
Have a noise gate on it, and I put it go.
Obviously, Matt loves the song.
Yes.
I think it's cool.
So I was gonna pick something like Chopin, like Nocturne 9 or whatever, and then I was showering. That's when I listened to music, and the song came up.
Ryan only listens to music when he's wet.
Rare.
Or I listen to music, then get wet.
Ooh.
Yeah, a fucking good Chopin piece, they'll make you come right away.
Introduce the track, Ryan.
We're trying.
I've been
Who's
trying.
it by?
I've been trying. I don't know.
It's by the Coasters.
Thank you,
It's by
Dan.
the
You fucking
Coasters.
nerd.
This is your song.
Well, fuck you too. It is my song. But the reason I picked it is because I was listening to like, what am I gonna pick? And then the song came out. And just the way it's constructed, the way the fucking lyrics, the mood, the theme, I felt so good in myself. I was like dancing like a fucking weirdo in the shower.
Nice.
It makes you feel like a badass.
When you dance in the shower, are you ever scared that you're gonna slip and fall?
Yes.
Yeah, all the time. But that's that.
Especially after I've soaped my tootsies.
Yeah. Well, that's what makes me.
Your toesies?
My tootsies.
Your tootsies?
Your
My
tootsies.
tootsies.
Your tootsies. Okay.
Your tootsie rolls.
My little tootsies, Dan.
But yeah, so the idea that I could slip makes me edge. So that's why. I do it.
makes you edge.
Welcome to my episode.
We had a really good conversation about Vermeer, and now we're just talking about
It was an
jerking off in the
okay
shower.
conversation about for me.
It was okay, but the song, in a way, makes you feel like a really cool cat, and so that's what
That's my criteria.
that's why I picked it, and then I showed it to the guys, and by guys I mean the guys, and literally we were all feeling it. So we were like, you feel like fucking like you want a cigar, like you feel like you want to speak like that.
I think I said it. I want to overdose to this song.
Yeah,
I want to be found to this song.
with like a cool cowboy hat, a fucking Magnum by your side,
Yeah.
and just like the cop goes like, he cooked. You know,
That's my headstone.
It's not
On the headstone.
he cooked. He landed. So why I picked this song is not because of like its history or anything. It's just because of how fucking it made me feel, and
Yeah.
it makes you feel.
It starts off with that. It starts off with that. So what I think it's it starts off with that saxophone,
Which
right?
is
that
sexy,
dirty,
yeah.
grimy,
Yeah.
sexy tenor saxophone. That's like
Yeah.
it's got the growl in it, right?
Yeah.
And so I know,
Yeah, sorry.
I know, I can't play saxophone myself, but I know a lot of saxophonists. Excuse me. And there's a lot of like technique that is actually very hard
Yeah.
to do because you
Yeah,
have to
yeah, yeah.
sing off pitch while you play the saxophone. You have to. That's how they growl. Is that
That's how it's like
that's the
bending it
that's the
almost.
vibrato. Yeah, you have to like
Whoa.
in your mouthpiece. You sing, so you hum while you blow, and you have to sing at the same time, but the wrong pitch.
That's
that
insane.
gives you like enough.
Why the wrong pitch?
Because otherwise it wouldn't give the growl. It wouldn't vibrate like that.
Yeah, it's
'Cause
like when you
literally
play-
the wrong pitch. So that's why it goes brrr, as opposed to
The track sounded real surfy to me too. It's got like,
Yeah,
a little bit of
yeah,
that. I
oh,
love
yeah.
that. What is that?
It's
That
like-
it's like a bend to it or something. What's
There's a
I can't articulate, but I love.
I think what you're. I mean, we can talk about this, but yeah, this is. I think it's the fact that it's a relatively clean guitar
Yeah.
with like some reverb on it, and like that
Yeah.
to us signifies like surf.
Does it?
You know
Is
what
that
I
what
mean?
that
Like,
is?
I think it's just
Absolutely.
like I think it's that feel because it's that very clean Stratocaster kind of like or Telecaster kind of sound. Guitar nerds are gonna just yell at me for it's obviously a Stratocaster.
It's obviously a Gibson.
But it's like the way he's playing too. And again, I'm not super educated on how to play music, so I don't know what gives me. Is it just the filter on the guitar?
No, I mean the
It's
fact,
the sound you
the
pick.
sound of there's also like a heavy picked guitar. It's not distorted. Usually when we hear like distorted, you hear guitar, it's just
rock,
like
yeah.
it's got overdrive on it, or it's got distortion on it, or it's whatever it is. But that's a relatively clean electric guitar, no distortion, no real effects
Exactly,
on it,
yeah.
except maybe reverb, which is again a hallmark of the surf kind of sound.
Yeah.
That
I think too. It's important to make note that Ryan picked specifically the Death Proof remix
Yes.
of the Coaster
yeah,
song.
from the movie Death.
No.
Proof.
But I think that's important because what I was noticing, we were listening to it before, that it's the same song, but they just add more layering to it and they
Yeah.
modernize some of the production elements, which is also basically what Tarantino does with his movies.
Yeah,
That's
so-
cool that he just like he takes old genre stuff,
and he remakes it. Yeah, I mean,
remakes it for
so,
modern sensibilities.
Yeah, we listened to both the first link that Ryan sent out to us was the Death Proof version, and then there was we just listened to the original version from I believe 56. I think
Yep,
it's like
56,
so
yeah.
obviously like the production levels. I mean the production itself is a little bit different, right? It's a lot more stripped down. Whereas in the
Sounds flatter.
Tarantino version, there's a lot more stuff happening. I feel like there's
Yeah.
there's some layering. There's a more of a backbeat. There's
Did
an
you say it was
interesting-
pitched, or is that just how we were?
I think that was just the YouTube video.
I see.
In order to escape copyright, sometimes YouTube,
Sure,
will,
sure.
will publish. People
I'm
will
glad we
publish-
listened to the definitive version of the track before we started making sweeping statements about it. That's good.
Yeah, and so in Death Proof, it's the guy goes to a strip club or whatever, and it's Jessica Alba dancing to that song. She's stripping to the main character to that song.
I don't think it's Jessica Alba.
It's
Yeah,
some-
it is.
I don't think Jessica Alba's in Death Proof.
it's Rosalind. It's
Rosario Dawson.
Rose McGowan. It's Rose
Rose
McGowan.
Rose McGowan is in. The
I actually
other
haven't
movie.
seen Death Proof. I just know who's in
No,
it.
she's in Death Proof.
No, she's in Grindhouse is Death Proof, and the other one.
In
And
Planet Terror. She's in
Planet-
both.
She's not.
Yeah, she is.
Dude, it's Jessica Alba.
We're-
Jamie, pull that up.
No, it's well. While Ryan looks for that, we were. I mean, like you were saying about there's an actress who is.
Yeah. So the way Tarantino, like, I'm not gonna get into filmography and shit, but like, he sets up the mood really well, and I think he picked the fucking perfect song. And also a big reason I chose this song.
She's not in Death Proof.
What do you
Rose
mean?
McGowan.
No, Jessica Alba's not in Death Proof.
Oh, she's in Sin City.
Yes.
Yeah, you're thinking of
And
Sin City.
she does strip in that movie. That's why
She
I was like,
does
she
strip.
strips
Oh,
in 2 movies.
No, well, the one with Dane Cook. She has a penguin. You know what? I don't want to talk about Jessica Alba. I
I
had
do
a
have.
crush-
It is one funny thing about this stripping in Sin City is that Jessica Alba at that point in her career always had a strict no nudity clause in her contract, which is cool. But I did always think it was funny. She specifically auditioned for the role of stripper, and so
Yeah.
the stripper does not get naked in that movie
In the comic book, she does.
for sure. It's
Yeah.
Frank Miller. Everybody's naked, even if
Yeah.
they don't need to be.
Yep.
The dudes are naked. And
Yeah, exactly.
Frank Miller loves drawing a little pecorino.
A little pecorino.
It is.
This is great content.
Just like that die
It
on the
is
vine.
neither of them. It's not Rose, the one you said. It's a completely different actor.
Okay.
Anyway, who gives a shit? The reason is that there's one line in this song that fucks me up in a very shallow way because, it's not such a deep song. But he goes, and then she did a dance I had never seen before. What's the dance? What? This man wrote a song and had to put this. So what kind of dance would make a man write a song and include the lyrics, and then she did a dance that I had never seen before?
Have you ever seen From Dusk Till Dawn?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I mean, speaking of Tarantino, right?
Yeah.
I mean, like that Selma Hayek dance with the snake. I feel like I've never seen that before until that
Until that
film.
movie.
Yeah.
True.
So it's just about how fucking it kind
Could
of
be,
it makes you feel like
So
a
why?
certain
So
way.
why does it do that? Though? That's a funny thing about this.
Yeah, like,
so why does it make you feel like kind of badass?
Like
inside?
badass, you
Badass, right?
wanna
It's a
fucking-
1950s doo wop song. Usually, to feel badass, I
and-
want to
and-
listen.
But
to
it's
it.
not.
I
But
know.
it's not. But it's like a. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like a minor chord.
It's
like,
minor. Yeah, it's minor.
Like
yeah.
that doo wop with a driving.
minor
like,
doo wop. Yeah.
And because they're going like they're hitting all the tropes, right? Like you said before, they're even singing doo wop.
They literally are singing doo wop, doo
Doo-wop,
wop. Yeah,
yeah.
they're singing. The backgrounds are singing
So
doo wop.
there's
yeah.
a certain
The
like
literal
they know what they're doing. Like there's a certain like
doo-wop.
ironic theme to it, the song, and they just made it for them, and it's just like it's definitely the sax at first, that opening.
Yeah,
and
that opening does grab you.
and it's definitely that beat.
Yeah.
That beat. Yeah.
I feel like at the same time, the hook, like blaze a green red bandana. What is it? How's it go?
He
bandana.
wears a red bandana, plays a
Plays a
cool
cool piano and a honky tonk down in Mexico.
But let me tell you something. You ever heard someone say, call a piano a piano?
Yes.
That's fucking.
That's. I'm sorry. I just. It's
No,
it's
please.
the- it's
No.
a-
I really want to know.
It's
What-
I
who?
feel like that's a sexy way to say piano, emblematic of songwriting at the
Well,
time.
no, that's my point. Like,
Yeah.
that's literally.
It's a cool rhyme. Yeah, bandana
yeah.
with piano
So,
is
so,
dope.
so when he
Yeah,
goes
mean
piano,
piano.
I'm like, did this motherfucker just say piano?
And it evokes
That-
cowboy vibes.
It's
yeah,
Play
so
a mean
sexy.
piano.
bandana. Rhyming bandana with piano is cool.
And imagine,
Yes.
I play the piano. I play the piano, bitch. And that's so,
I don't play the
that's
piano.
so
I play the
sexy.
piano.
Yeah.
And the whole song makes you feel sexy, like whether you're ugly like I am or not. No one's watching me in the shower, except God, of course.
Of course. And God
Big
loves
ups
this
to
song
God.
too.
Yeah, God loves this song too.
He plays a mean
So
piano.
like it's the cool thing. I mean, when you say it's badass too, I feel like it's badass in kind of like a different way. I feel like
yeah, not like
because like
Expendables.
let's just say
badass.
like yeah, I'm gonna say like let's just
Cool
compare
Cat.
it to like speed metal or something like that. Like
Yeah.
whereas that like you listen to like I don't know Pantera and I feel like
Yeah.
you or
It's a different kind of
thrash or
bass.
whatever
Yeah.
or Metallica or whatever it is in a different way than you'd listen to feel badass
Absolutely.
in this song, which is kind of like an interesting way to that like so why is that? I mean Ryan.
It makes you feel slick. Like
Slick.
you're slick.
as opposed
You're
to
slick,
you're
a fucking
slick.
cheeky
I
little
like
piece
that.
of shit, but people love you.
All right, yeah.
Yeah.
Instead of being like I am, like I don't know.
I am the savior.
I
and
think
I'm
of like
big and
I'm thinking of like a rock Pokemon or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah,
Like Golem or whatever.
Go-
it's
yeah,
not
exactly.
aggressive.
Yeah.
It's
It's slick,
powerful without
exactly.
being aggressive.
yeah.
It's like the quick draws in westerns.
Yeah, of course.
You're not the one who's great at shooting a shotgun or a sniper. You're the guy that boom, like right away.
Yeah.
You don't even aim. You just quick draw that
And
pistol.
you can be like, you don't have to be like jacked or anything
No,
like that.
no,
to
no,
be
no,
the
no.
quickest draw in the West. You know what I mean?
You're not Jack.
Yeah.
This cool cat is not Jack. He's slender.
Ooh.
He's or she. I mean,
Yeah, or
whatever.
she.
whatever. I'm a dude, so I'm gonna say he because I can't. I don't know.
I
what
think it
they
is.
will
I
look.
think they say he in the song. but,
It
you
is
know.
he in the song, but like,
Yeah.
But if you're a woman listening at home and you're not,
hi mom.
feel free to envision yourself
Yeah,
as
Like,
this
as-
cool
however
cat.
you
exactly,
see that.
yeah.
But like it's like a slender, cool fucking cowboy. Obviously has a fucking wheat in his like a wheat
Ooh.
thing.
Yeah, I
in
got
his
you.
You've
fucking
got a
mouth.
whole lore built
got a
for
whole
this
thing
guy.
going
Yeah.
on.
It's the mood it sets
Yeah.
me in. It's
That's
he,
great,
He
though.
walks into the bar, everyone loves him. He minds his business.
He plays the piano.
He minds his fucking business.
I
And-
like all these like traits that you're imbuing him with. That
Yeah,
come-
and
what
that-
what so what from the song? Let's pull that out. Like what
Yeah.
what instrumentally is giving you all this?
Okay, so definitely the lyrics. Okay, so the lyrics are in your face. They're
Yes.
talking about a certain person, right? And then so this and then it's just like you just like boom 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 and the backup vocals that are like
Yeah,
like
they're all-
angelic.
Everybody's like, you know, the old thing, like when you walk into a saloon, right?
Yeah.
And they play, you know, like there's this old Gary Larson cartoon, which is just like the piano player talking to the banjo player in a saloon. It's like, bad guy coming in, Larry, minor key.
boom.
You know, like, and I feel like that's what
Yeah.
this guy is.
This
you
guy
know,
has a
like,
whole theme playing around him. You know how you say, "I wish there was someone playing my life's theme in the background."
Mm-hmm.
He has that in real life. That's
Yes.
the guy. He walks in, already knows where he is, why he's there, how people see him, what music they play for him, and the fact that this song gives all attention to one person. That's what makes him badass, right? Like they're all
yeah,
singing.
everybody's singing around him. It's
and
like,
to- yeah.
it's a choir.
It's apostolic fiction. This guy goes.
Yeah, what Matt said.
He just winked his eye and said, "Man, be cool."
Nice.
Yeah,
This
yeah,
guy's
yeah,
Jay.
yeah.
This guy's Jay Gatsby. We're
Yeah.
we're hearing Nick Carraway telling his story.
Yeah, Nick
Th-
apostolic.
This guy
fiction.
only talks when he's about to fucking blow your mind with one sentence
Wh-
at the
wh-
perfect time.
What is apostolic fiction?
It means that, like the Bible, you're an apostle. Like it's.
Oh,
I hate it mostly.
Okay.
I'm not a fan of it.
You heard it
It's-
here. He hits the Bible.
The Bible's cool. I like the Bible.
It's a
It's
nice
fine.
story.
The
It's a nice
The
story.
Bible's you do someone that is worthy of describing like that. Apostolic fiction is like any book where
Too
like
many edits.
Yeah.
yeah, a lot of people.
Great ending though, you gotta say.
Oh.
Well, okay.
Book of Revelation. Wow.
Beautiful.
Yeah, definitely read that.
Hopefully, fiction.
Hopefully.
But
we'll find out soon.
Where are the frogs? The frogs.
But the apostolic fiction is when it's the narrator is in the first person talking about the main character.
Gotcha.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Which the
like
song
Nick
is.
Carraway.
Nick Carraway talking about Jay Gatsby. Jay Gatsby's the main character, but
Yeah,
Nick Carraway's
but-
like,
but
let
he
me tell you
talks
about this
about
guy
it.
that I
Yeah,
think is
exactly.
cool as
Okay.
fuck.
So that's what I love, and it's not just the doo-wop, and it's like you got these guys in the background going like, oh, like angelically.
Yeah.
So they see him, like you said, like the fucking apostle. Everyone knows who's this, and the guy sits at the corner of the bar, right? He gets his whiskey or whatever you want to call whatever
I
he's
feel like
doing.
we're now going into Ryan describing himself right
No.
now. Sitting alone in a bar drinking whiskey.
wait,
No,
wait,
These are the lyrics.
Wait,
I
wait.
know. I'm just making fun of Ryan right
I
now.
am not a cool slick. I'm an awkward, way too intense, say it to your face for no reason. I'm the opposite of this.
You are
dude.
not slick. You're not the fastest
This is
draw
so
in the
in,
West.
in a lot of ways. This is aspirational for you.
Oh, it's just a character I would love to be friends with.
I
Yeah.
got
You know what I mean? It's, the guy.
Again, I am currently wearing a red band.
You are not that person.
Man,
You
your
are
name,
not
your name
him,
ain't
Dan.
Joe.
yeah.
You are
yeah.
not him,
Joe?
Dan.
I like the way he says Joe. in
And
the
there's
song.
also I wanted to
He also
mention.
calls him dad.
What's up
He also calls him dad.
in the song?
In the
Daddy
song,
Yo,
yeah.
maybe.
No, he says dad.
Oh, damn.
He goes.
Yeah, look up the.
He goes, I said, tell me, Dad, where does the fun begin? He just winked his eyes and said, man, be cool.
That's awesome. It doesn't even have to rhyme.
I just
That's so
came.
cool.
I just came. I
You
just
said,
came.
man, be cool, man. That's what we gotta do, man. That's what
He's
we
literally
gotta
like,
do.
yeah, he sits in the corner of the
My-
salon or saloon. Sorry about that. Definitely not a salon.
The salon.
The salon.
Yes, as we
Let's
discussed.
do a poetry reading.
Rene Descartes.
and he literally like minds his business, and then if there's some trouble, he'll just like boom, and then go back to sipping his whiskey. He loves the people there. He cares about them. He doesn't, try. He's just there, and people love him.
My friend James Sweeney, who's a very funny comic, has a story
Love
that he
James.
tells about finding out that his friend. Nope.
Okay.
That's not his story. Nope.
Nope.
We're gonna.
Nope. Wrong guy.
Nope. Yep.
Yep.
Okay.
Murder, not him. Yeah, that was definitely cool. What happened right now?
We're figuring this out, guys.
I haven't slept.
Matt is running on 3 hours of sleep and only
It's a
one
bartender's dawn.
coffee. We are doing this rather early in the day.
Yeah.
I thought it was a story that my friend shared with me, but it was actually a famous comedian story that I mistook, and I didn't want to insult my
Yeah.
friend that way.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Cut that out. Cut that out.
No, we're not gonna cut it out.
Cut it out, or I'll take you down to Mexico.
Yeah.
So
So that's literally it. Like, this is the whole mood of the thing, how it
the
makes
mood
you
of the thing.
feel,
And
the scenery that sets up. You know.
the thing about it too. Okay, so this is the same group that did Yakety Yak.
That's
Yakety
so
Yak.
funny. Could not be
Don't talk
the
back.
Chad versus the fucking
Yeah,
beta Yakety Yak, just this goofy.
yeah, it's pretty
bounce-
goofy.
Get down to Vandal, then your slacks.
Yeah.
Get on the kitchen floor. You ain't gonna rock and roll no more. Yakety Yak, don't
Don't
back.
talk back.
It's like a
You guys
novel.
do,
It's like,
Ryan, do you know the song?
I will after this.
It gives.
it's like a novel. It's like a novelty song.
Yeah, it's like a funny song. It's
Yeah.
it's like an old 50s, you know. Yeah, and
This is like if that song lost its virginity. This song fucks. Yakety Yak would like to fuck.
yeah. Oh man, poor Yakety
and then
Yak.
and then the next song is
I feel
down
like
in Mexico.
No, I feel like Yakety Yak is like the same kind of tale that like I don't know. Who do you think that you would, just like Ben Franklin? Ben Franklin got a lot of fucking tail.
The
Just
president?
the way, yeah. Well, he wasn't a president, but yeah, the same way Yakety Yak. Fucks.
Which one was the president?
Well, there was George Washington.
John
There
Adams.
was John
John
Adams.
Thomas Jefferson?
Thomas
We could
Jefferson.
keep going.
Okay, Ben Franklin, isn't he on one of the bills?
He's on
Yes.
the $100 bill.
So why
yeah.
the fuck is
He's a
that-
founding father. He discovered electricity.
and he wasn't a president.
He was never president. No.
Okay, fair
I think
enough.
he did
He
too
was
much
too busy
cocaine to be
getting
president.
French tail.
Yeah, exactly.
Do you think that cocaine precludes you from being president? You ever look at Richard Nixon? He's got
Wow.
coke bloat and flop sweat.
Have you looked at
He
any
does
of
have
them?
flop sweat.
They're all
They're so hot. What?
What?
All the presidents are hot.
And
They're
high.
so hot.
You know who needs cocaine? Joe Biden.
Joe Biden
He needs
cocaine.
a really harsh dose, or like virgin blood transfusion.
Yeah, he needs that adrenochrome.
That's what the
True.
Lebanese politicians do. They just got young
Every
virgin
podcast, we just gotta get into it.
blood. Well,
gotta
that's
get
the
at the
point.
queue.
Can we have fun, Dan? Can we have some fucking fun? You
I
weird
was
teacher,
gonna
Dan.
take out my notes because I actually think that Down in Mexico draws a lot of parallels to the most recent Q drop. If you've been paying attention.
I don't think there's been a Q drop in like
What's the name of the guy in the song?
Mexico.
Joe.
Yeah,
That's right.
Joe Biden.
He wears a red bandana
Yeah,
for
and this was in
communist
56.
Russia.
Communist Russia.
In '56, when Joe Biden was obviously about like 80, because now he's like.
No,
what?
I'm kidding. Obviously, we love Russia now.
We love Russia.
Because for some reason,
You almost said Russian, and I was like, wait,
I said Russia.
rationale or rationale?
Russia currently
now. Russia now.
Red
we love
blood-
Russia now.
We love Russia.
Oh, I did not know that. I guess we do.
I think.
Yeah, now
I
we
think
do.
if you're a Republican,
Republican, yeah.
you're supposed to like Russia now. I think.
Get the
I'd rather be a Russian than a Democrat or something like that. I think
When
I'd
when
say
did
that.
those tables
Yeah.
turn?
They
Oh,
can't-
I don't
yeah,
know. It's just Trumpy and weird and shit.
Oh, it's Trump, of
yeah,
course.
Yeah,
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 who-
He-
yeah.
He like tends, that's the whole thing with. I think we're dating the podcast right now, but
It's a time
fine.
capsule.
yeah, Mike Johnson just approved. The speaker they just approved the aid for the Ukraine. So
Yeah. Do you know who
Um,
Donald Trump is? He's the guy who thinks he's the Catman. That's exactly what it is.
he thinks he's Joe. Cat named
Donald
Joe?
Trump is yakety yak,
Yeah.
Yeah.
but he does talk.
yeah.
Yeah, I'm so tired. This is terrible.
Yeah. Well, who do we think? Thanks, Matt.
That's an All J song.
Do we know anyone in your life who would like be a cat named Joe like that?
Yeah.
Slickety slick,
Slickety slick, slick, slick.
really cool.
There's like I would say Penny Pollack had a bit of a cat named Joe kind of vibe.
Is that someone you
Sure.
know?
Yeah, Penny was the former host of the open mic. By the
Oh,
way, little
yeah, I've met
side
her, I've met
note.
her, yeah.
Me and Matt work for an open mic and run it down in the East Village every Tuesday night.
Great
so if you're in the East
place.
Village on
Music,
St.
comedy,
Mark's,
poetry,
7
puppetry,
minutes,
monologue.
$7.
come on down. Ryan comes in
Yeah.
sometimes. And we
Ryan
hang out. It's a
shreds.
good time. We shred. It's
Yeah,
9 p.m. every
I
Tuesday. Come
try.
by, check it out.
It's a lot
I
of
play
fun, guys. Yeah.
piano very well, and
Yeah.
Dan talks about his political convictions
Yeah.
and
Dan is a great stand-up comic.
social
Yeah.
feelings.
Yes.
Dan is the guy is a stand-up comic without he's not trying to be one. He's just like you just make fun of him.
Yeah, I'm just a joke.
Yeah. Like my love life.
I'm actually the butt of many a joke at that place. Which I always
I think
enjoy.
that it's a noble position of honor to you
That's-
exist.
well,
you
you've
are
been
the
hosting
you're
it
the lightning
for-
rod.
Yeah, that's fine.
You've been hosting it,
Because
like,
everyone
15
has this
years?
perception that
10
you can
years.
take it
10 years.
10 years.
That's a long time.
Long
so
time.
obviously it's an honor to be like the butt of the
Yeah.
jokes there, right? It's like
People feel they know you.
Yeah. So yeah, Penny Pollack, I feel like she had the kind of like fastest gun in the West, kind of slick. You
she's
know?
really cool. When I
She's
met
really
her,
cool,
was
man.
really
She
cool,
drives a
yeah.
motorcycle and everything. You know.
When I was 16, I asked her for a rolling paper, and she was like, "Are you?" And I was like, "It's just, it had to be an obligatory adult." Was like, "Are you gonna?" And I was like, "We're gonna do it anyway." And,
Yeah.
and she reached into her boot
Yes.
and pulled out
What the
one
fuck?
sheet of rolling paper.
She
And I was
always
like,
would
"You're the
keep
coolest
tobacco.
person in the world."
Tell me it was a
and,
cowboy boot,
yeah.
please.
No, she would
It was
wear
not.
a huge.
It was like a knee high.
Okay,
Yeah.
well that's still fucking hot.
She'd
as
always
fuck.
wear.
I
these
wasn't.
black
Let's not
leather boots.
sexualize our.
No, hot like cat named Joe, not hot as sex.
Oh, she's like hot like a red bandana.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
yeah.
fucking cool as shit.
That is good. No, she was very, very cool.
Um,
Yeah, I feel like it's funny when you meet genuinely cool people that you're just like,
Oh yeah.
wow,
You
you're
just wanna be their
actually
friend.
cool. You
And
know,
you just want them to like, you want them to say one day, "Hey, I mentioned you to someone." I'm like,
You
I can
thinking
die
about
right now.
me? You
the
thinking
cool
about
person
me?
mentioned me to someone. I could die right now. I'm good.
Yeah.
I fulfilled my destiny. How are we on time? Because I'm
Feels
having.
like everybody wants to be cool.
We're just about there, so yeah, we can probably start wrapping it up, or we can keep going.
I was
What
like,
do you-
it feels like everybody wants to be cool, but there aren't that many people that are like cool.
Cool,
I
cool.
honestly, I think I don't always trust cool people. I go,
Yeah.
what's going on over there? I trust Penny, but in general, if I see a cat like Joe, sometimes I'm like, what you got going on?
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean, don't go home with the guy. Just meet him
yeah,
at the bar.
exactly.
I don't even mean like in a sinister way, but I just mean like, is this an affectation or are you really this guy?
Yeah,
You
is
know?
that like are you posing?
And it begs the
That's cool.
question: Is Joe putting on a little front?
Wait,
Is it-
wait,
Yeah,
is it the
interesting.
fact that it makes you think? That's the mysterious, which makes it fucking cool.
Yeah, honestly,
Sorry, I
you
almost
do-
destroyed
you-
Dad's house.
You do like you cultivate an air of mystery. Yeah, you
Yeah.
know what I mean, like which is
Yeah.
kind of difficult to cultivate. Frankly, my air is rather smelly, and not one of
It's
mystery.
not smelly. It has a good aroma to it.
No, it's the beard oil.
I overshare way too much to be a cat like Joe.
Yeah,
If someone was like, hey, I could never just be like, hey man, be cool.
yeah, and
'Cause
then
they-
you wink at somebody. I don't think I've ever pulled off a wink in my entire life.
No, I look
You're
like I'm.
trying. You're like putting this affectation on.
With the
You can't
mustache.
wink in a
doesn't-
non. Who winks in a
That's what I'm saying.
non-affected way?
That's what I'm saying. This guy.
People
does.
who are having seizures.
This guy does.
This guy's like a platonic.
I
ideal
will
of a
tell you
cool
this.
guy.
Exactly. Well, yeah, true.
Oh, I lost my train of thought. Too
Oh,
bad.
sorry. Yeah, we keep talking over you.
No, it's all good. What did I want to say? I don't fucking care. Because I wanted to say something funny, and maybe it's not that funny.
Oh,
Do you know of the?
That's not very cat like Joe of you.
Wait. Oh yeah, I remember. So you know when someone tells you, "Hey, can you be really honest? What do you think about this?" I'm the guy who's too honest, and I immediately regret it, and I shouldn't be because Catman Joe would be like, he will give off honesty, but compliment. I would be like, "Oh," and it's bad. It's bad.
I mean, like, so let's just say, like, you ask, cat named Joe for advice. He'd probably just kind of look at you and go,
He'd be like, "Yeah, man, just
you know what? The sun is gonna come up tomorrow.
yeah."
So yeah,
That's not cool.
I can't even do it.
Wait.
anyway.
I'll tell you.
Ah!
I'll tell you what happens. Hey, cat named Joe, I need advice. This and this is going on.
I like that.
and
That's his fucking Christian name.
my
Cat named Joe.
my son has scurvy. Whatever.
Has
Anyway,
scurvy.
so
Eat a lime.
so cat named Joe will be
Let's
like
do my Batman
he,
voice.
he will look at you and look away, and then he'll like sign to the bartender. He'll just say two, right, with his fingers,
Yeah.
and then two
He'll
shots
do two with like his pinky
with
and his ring
with-
finger.
and there's a ring on there's a
There's
pinky.
a big fat ring on his finger.
We
Right.
all have very different ideas of what cool is. I feel like.
but wait, and then he literally like
He's got a
slips-
tracksuit on.
he give That's so Armenian.
Wearing an inner tube.
No, I'm saying you got a pinky ring on. What the fuck?
That's true. That's true. But he gives you the shot of whiskey and he's like, down it. And so you down
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
Then he orders another one. He's like, down it. And then he goes like, ask again.
Yeah.
Like that's gonna change something. And then you ask again, and you're like, oh my god, he just solved it.
Yep.
That's it.
You
That's
figure
what
it
he
out
does.
for yourself, you know?
But you do with whiskey. That's how cool he
Yeah,
is.
yeah.
I'm not saying you should drink. I'm just saying that's
Yeah.
what Cat Named Joe would
I mean,
do.
like, that's what a cat named Joe says. That
Yeah.
you probably should drink. He's pretty cool.
And then he's
A
like,
friend of mine was opening for Doug Stanhope once,
Yeah.
and he was so nervous about performing.
right.
And he was like, "You look nervous." And he was like, "You drink?" And he was like, "Yeah, we're gonna drink then." And then they did that. They just did shots until he was like, "All right." And then he pushed him out on stage. He said he couldn't even get his set out right. But
Nice.
but
well,
that's
yeah, he's fucking obliterated.
cat named Joe, man.
Yeah,
Named Joe.
Cat Named Joe.
Yeah.
How we feel? Wanna?
I do have.
this
I want to
song?
ask you, Dan.
Yeah.
Chris,
Sure.
There's a certain like Western like an Ennio Morricone.
Mm-hmm.
What is that makes that shit like this has that like you ever hear the Jay-Z Rick Ross song "The Devil Is a Lie"?
No.
It's got that like.
Yeah.
Okay,
This
I
has
got
that.
it. I
yeah.
hear you,
Is it
yeah.
the time signature? What is it that makes that shit feel badass? It's like the
There's a certain kind of like thing.
Trumpets and saxophones.
There's this Ennio Morricone. It's funny that you
Neo
mentioned.
noir, yeah.
but this has that too.
It
has
does have
that
the
like
same exact kind of feel to it, where it's that kind of like
march almost.
kind of feel to it. Exactly,
Especially when he yells it.
Yeah.
No, you get shivers when it's so badass.
Yeah, it's so awesome. I mean,
Yeah.
so there's a certain kind of musically, I feel like it's less of a thing that's actually happening in music and more of just kind of like a cultural memory.
It is,
that we're
yeah.
kind of feeling like that. This song is in in westerns. You know what I mean? Like
Western
that
or
we
the-
have.
or
But what is
dark
the musical
detective
quality
movie.
that is attached to that memory? What am I? What is the thing that
Blues.
I'm being drawn to?
I mean, I feel like in this
That I think
song,
this has, that Ennio Morricone
and this
stuff
song
has,
is
that-
just there's okay. So there is
Well, it's his voice too.
There is
right?
there is a tonal thing that's happening here, which is kind of interesting. We're in a minor key, right? And so
Yes.
in that minor key, you have you have your three primary chords, or your 1 chord, your 4 chord, and your 5 chord, and that's the only chords in this song. And usually, like a song will be very, very. We'll use a lot more chords than that. Let's just say. Sometimes you've heard of
There's
heard
space in the
of a
track.
4 chord song. This is like a 2
Three-chord
chord
song.
song.
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I was
Yeah.
gonna say it feels like there's space in the track,
Yeah,
and I
there's
was wondering
not
if
a
there's any
lot
musical
of like
theory.
musical stuff going on, so it's very straightforward. It's in your face because there's not like a little pretty little melody and counter
Yeah.
melody
That's
and
what I was
counter
looking for.
harmony.
I wanted that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, what it is like when you have my greatest example of this is it's funny because is this Rango, the Nickelodeon movie, when they go Rango or whatever it is, right?
Yeah,
and it's
yeah.
just that one chord for a while. It's like Rango.
Yeah.
Rango, and that's kind of what's happening in this song, is that it's
And they stay on it.
and it's
then now they change.
down
And the way it feels like they're going down,
and,
right?
and the
Like,
thing
yeah.
is, and like the thing is with that chord progression, like the bass isn't even changing. Like there is a bit of a change
Yeah.
right there that's happening, but we call it pedaling. There's an underneath consistency in
Yeah.
that note, so nothing's really changing right there. So it's very kind of flat, kind of the desert. It doesn't
And-
move. It just is
Yeah.
an expanse.
To
That's
add
Lots
to
of
okay.
that,
space. I
it's-
like the way you
yeah.
kind of
It's
phrase
the
that.
guy, the way he's singing is on purpose. So he's not singing classically. He is putting that twang, and then when he goes like Joe, like these are all techniques to set a mood to a certain song and
Yeah.
a theme. So the way he sings it, the way the sax and the trumpets are playing, it's all made to make you feel that way. So they
I
know
don't think
what
there's
they're
any
doing.
trumpets in it.
Yeah, I mean, I meant trumpets for other songs.
Yeah,
that
yeah, I
could be
got
like
you.
that. So it's literally like old jazz, like a Lady in Red singing, and then they won't sing classically like with their voice. They'll put that twang in there for jazzy purpose or whatever. So that's what he's doing, and those high pitched like ja,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
like almost like a yodel. That's on
bending
purpose
it,
because
yeah.
it'll make you feel like
Yeah,
that.
like he's
twang.
unhinged. He's coming.
Yeah, he's like almost out of his mind.
Yeah, and then that kind of gives a credence to this saloon or whatever that's like wild and crazy.
Yeah,
like
yeah.
there's people just oof, what a place to be.
And all the craziness is just this one cool motherfucker, and
Yeah.
he's explaining that like that's who's he's focused on in the song. Crazy shit's happening, but there's cool Joe, Cool Cat Joe, whatever.
Would you go to this bar?
Absolutely.
Yeah, you'd go and hang out with Joe.
Not just Joe. Like,
I feel like I would get frustrated with Joe.
well, no, you only take him in
the guy
doses.
standing next to Joe. I've been the guy standing next to Joe.
Well, you don't have to
my
hang
whole
out with him. You can just being in the same bar as him. That's it.
Just watch him from across the room.
Yeah, because he's not really.
I'm good on that.
Just
I'll be
pine for Joe?
I'll be in the bar doing my own thing.
Yeah, but that's what
know?
we mean.
But I,
Well, unless you like go
I
up
don't
to
need
Joe.
I don't need a Joe.
So
I
you don't-
want to
you-
be Joe. I'm
Yeah.
not saying that I am Joe, but I'm saying, I'm not looking out for the next man to be Joe.
Yeah.
I'm trying to find the Joe in me.
Aren't we all, folks? And I think that's a good place as any to
Yeah.
wrap it up.
Joe Biden.
Battle Batman Green. That's not the song.
A whole different lyric.
All right, guys, that's Matt Tanzosh right over there.
Let's do an outro.
That's Ryan Addy over there. This has been One at a Time. I'm Dan Ricker.
Joe.
If you want to come
Thanks,
see
man.
us play or
Oh my
whatever,
God.
follow us on the social medias or whatever. We're not going to tell you what our social medias are.
Next Wednesday, I have a 7 p.m. at the Mirage.
Do you know that by the time this comes out, it'll be long gone?
I didn't say the date. I just want them to think that I'm cool.
Also, there's the Mirage
The Mirage.
in Las Vegas.
No, the Brooklyn Mirage. I'm doing a
Oh.
DJ set.
Are you doing a DJ set
Wait,
there?
really?
Oh my God.
No, who knows? We're in New York. People do everything. Oh man,
I actually play IDM. It's
There-
intelligent dance music.
I'm sorry, but like Matt as a DJ is fucking hilarious.
Why? Why?
Why?
Why?
You have
because of the way you look.
You have the mustache for it.
What are you talking about?
Because
That's the way I look. DJs look like this.
wait, no, wait.
Don't cut the tape.
I'm-
Come on, now I
no,
need to
don't
explore
cut.
this.
You know
I'm
what?
complimenting you, but let me
Because I don't look douchey enough to be a DJ. Is that?
because you're way too dapper to be a fucking douchey bag DJ. Why are you getting insulted? I'm giving you the best compliments, and that.
No,
and you're
I
being
just
so-
I want to hone in on where you're coming from.
Yeah,
I wanna
let me
unpack.
cook.
Let me cook.
Let me cook.
Okay, so no, we're cooking. The show
There's
is over.
There's this DJ named Rez, and she's really good. But it's funny because my girlfriend is like kind of into her, and
Okay.
but it's funny because she is like. Cut it off. I don't remember what ethnicity she is, but it's like the two countries next to the two countries my parents are from.
Oh no.
It's just like a gender swapped version of me.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
very funny.
Is she DJ?
Rez?
Yeah.
Yeah,
Cool.
she's really good.
Well,
She's
shout
like
out to
a
Rez.
horror
Shout out to
movie.
Rez. I hope you do
I-
well out
I
there,
think- I think
Rez. I hope
she's
you
like-
listen to this podcast.
She's like Iranian and like Croatian.
Gotcha.
and you're Armenian.
And then I'm
and-
Armenian and Hungarian.
Yeah,
it's like,
Oh,
like-
you got Europe and like Levant in you. That's really cool.
I am. I
that's so
am
fucking cool, bro.
Finnish and Scottish and Irish. All right,
And,
guys.
yeah, this whole episode was sponsored by Joe Biden.
With your left hand free.
Cut it.